Hello students, how are you all? Did you understand the first chapter? Okay, the first chapter was comparatively longer. That means I took longer lectures. This in this chapter I am starting with shorter lectures. Okay, you may complete your homework along with your school work also. Okay, so today we are going to start with chapter 2, that is health and diseases. In the beginning there are some questions. Can you recall questions? You may see. Have you ever taken the leave from school due to sickness? You might have taken, yes. What happens exactly when we become sick? Okay, what happens exactly? You may write the answer there. We feel physically and mentally uncomfortable. Okay, you may write we feel physically and mentally uncomfortable. We feel physically and mentally uncomfortable. Sometimes we feel good even without taking any medicines, and sometimes we need to consult doctor and take regular medicines in sickness. Why is it so? Actually, whenever a microorganism which is causing a disease enters into our body starts fighting against that disease. Okay, so when our body starts fighting against the disease and our body wins, then we don't have to take any medicine. Okay, and if our body fails, then we have to take medicines. Okay, so that is why sometimes even if we don't take any medicines we feel better, whereas in some cases we have to take medication. Okay, now next is the definition of health and disease. Okay, health and disease. What is health? It is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-beingness, and not merely the absence of any disease. Okay, now you may see it is a state of complete physical means the physical body, mental means mentally we should be clear, and socially the person should be his behavior should be good in society. Okay, so it is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-beingness, and not merely the absence of any disease. Okay, so you might have heard about some children who is physically fit, mentally might be a little disturbing, and socially they might be fighting always. Okay, so in that case the person could be considered as having some type of disease or so, some problems in his body. Okay, so it is just an example what I gave you. So what is said to be health? Health is, it is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-beingness, and not merely the absence of any disease. Now what do you mean by a disease? The condition of disturbances in physiological or psychological processes. Now what do you mean by physiological and what do you mean by psychological? Physiological means the inner organs in the body. Okay, the organs in our body, if they are functioning well, then we won't be having any disease. So condition of disturbances in physiological, that means inside the body, or psychological means it is mentally in our mind. So condition of disturbances in physiological or psychological processes of body is called a disease. This is the definition of disease. It is there in the textbook. So what is a disease? Condition of disturbances in physiological or psychological processes of body is called a disease. Now there are different types of diseases. In our textbook they have given a chart. This is a 3-mark or 2-mark question. Okay, the chart is very important. You have to study the chart. Okay, so types of diseases. Diseases are divided into two based on two criteria. What are the criteria? According to duration, according to reasons. Okay, according to duration and according to reasons. Duration means the time. According to the time limit of the disease, there are two types of diseases: chronic disease and acute disease. Chronic disease means which remains for a longer time, and acute disease means which remains for shorter time. Okay, I repeat, chronic means which remains for longer time, and acute means which remains for shorter time. Okay, and according to reasons there are two types, hereditary and acquired. Hereditary means which we have got from our parents, which we get from our parents, that is said to be hereditary. Example is Down syndrome. Okay, and acquired, that means which we get in our lifetime. Okay, which we get while we live, which we get, that is said to be acquired. Acquired, there are of two types, infectious and non-infectious. Infectious means which is caused by microorganisms generally. Example, common cold, flu, dengue, due to viruses or bacteria or other pathogens. What are pathogens? Microorganisms which cause diseases. Okay, so it is said to be infectious disease. Infectious means which is caused by a pathogen and it is transmitted from one person to another. Non-infectious means which is not transmitted from one person to another. We are having the definitions in the chapter. We will see. Non-infectious, the examples are diabetes and heart diseases. So basically diseases are classified into two, according to duration, according to reasons. According to duration, there are two, chronic diseases, acute diseases. According to reasons, there are two, hereditary, acquired. Hereditary, example, Down syndrome. Acquired, there are two, infectious, non-infectious. Infectious, there is common cold, flu, dengue, and non-infectious, it is diabetes, heart diseases. Okay, you have you understood this? Okay, you may read from the textbook. So we will start with the topic, infectious diseases. What do you mean by infectious diseases? The diseases which spread through contaminated food, air, water, food or vectors. Okay, vectors means insects or other animals. The definition is there in the textbook on page number 7. Okay, so what is the definition? The diseases spread through contaminated. What do you mean by contaminated? Contaminated means dushit, that means which is in which the bacteria is present, that is said to be contaminated. So diseases spread through contaminated air, water, food or vectors. Okay, so vectors means insects or other animals. Okay, so such diseases are called as infectious diseases. The infectious diseases could be spread through air, water, food, vectors and blood and body fluids. Okay, if it could be spread through blood and body fluids also. So by air, the examples are tuberculosis, common cold, flu. Through food and water, by contaminated food and water, it is hepatitis, dysentery, cholera, typhoid. Vectors, okay, vectors are other animals, dengue, malaria, rabies. Blood and body fluids, hepatitis and AIDS. You might have heard about AIDS. Okay, so it is spread through blood and body fluids. So these are the factors which spread infectious diseases. This chart is not there in the textbook. You may draw this chart in your notebook. Okay, now on page number 7 there is a chart given. You may see this chart. Okay, the bigger chart which is given. Okay, so this chart, the name of the disease, I will discuss the chart. You may see name of the disease, tuberculosis, pathogen, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Okay, you have to learn the names of all the pathogens. Mode of infection, spitting by patient through air, prolonged contact, prolonged means for a long time, prolonged contact with and sharing of materials of the patient. Symptoms, chronic cough, chronic means for a long time, bloody spitting, that means in the spit, spitting means thunkne, in the spit there is blood. Emaciation, emaciation is damage to the body. Okay, deterioration or degeneration of the body, म्हणजे खूप weak होणे. Okay, spitting, emaciation, difficult breathing. So what are the symptoms? Chronic cough, bloody spitting, emaciation, difficult breathing. Prevention and treatment. BCG vaccine. It is a very important point. What is the treatment for tuberculosis? BCG vaccine. What is the vaccine given for tuberculosis? It is BCG. Okay, vaccine means injections which are given when you were small. Okay. Isolation of patient. Isolation of patient means keeping the patient alone. Okay, quarantine. You might have heard the word quarantine now. Regular medication like DOT. Okay, DOT is a center. DOT's center which provide medications for tuberculosis. The full form of DOT is directly observed treatment. Directly observed treatment. It is not asked. Okay, so that is about tuberculosis. Now the next is hepatitis, generally called as jaundice. What is the causative organism? Hepatitis virus A, B, C, D, E. Mode of infection, contaminated water, sharing of needles, blood transfusion. Okay, so I have written this here also. It could be caused by blood transfusion. Symptoms is anorexia. Anorexia is loss of appetite. Appetite means hunger. 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 Bhook kami lagne. Okay, so anorexia is loss of appetite. Yellow urine, general weakness, nausea. Nausea is feeling like vomiting. Malmalne. Okay, feeling like vomiting or vomiting. Grey stool. Stool means the waste which is given out from our body every morning. Okay, so grey stool. Prevention and treatment, drinking boiled water, proper cleaning of hands. You have to keep your hands clean. So what are the symptoms of hepatitis? Anorexia, which is loss of appetite, yellow urine, general weakness, nausea, vomiting, grey stool. Okay, and what is prevention and treatment? It is drinking boiled water, proper cleaning of hands. Next is dysentery. The pathogen. What do you mean by pathogen? Pathogens means disease causing organism. Disease causing organism. The pathogen for dysentery is bacteria, virus, Shigella, bacilli, Entamoeba histolytica. All these are different organisms. Bacteria, virus, Shigella, bacilli, Entamoeba histolytica. You had studied about Entamoeba histolytica in the first chapter. Now mode of infection, contaminated food and water. Symptoms, watery stool. I told you what is stool. Stool means excreta or the waste which is given out from the body. Watery stool, pains in abdomen. Abdomen means the stomach part of the body. Prevention and treatment, drinking of boiled water, proper storage of food, ORS consumption. ORS is a liquid. It is oral rehydration solution, which is a solution containing salts and water. Salt, sugar and water. So it is about dysentery. Next is cholera. The pathogen is Vibrio cholerae. It is a bacteria. Mode of infection, it is contaminated food and water. Contaminated means which contains the microorganisms. Symptoms, vomiting, severe diarrhea, cramps in legs. Diarrhea means julab, cramps in legs. Prevention and treatment. Following hygienic practices, avoiding open place food, drinking boiled water, vaccination against cholera. Okay, so these are the methods for prevention and treatment. Next is typhoid. The pathogen is Salmonella typhi. It is a bacterium. The mode of infection is contaminated food and water. Symptoms, anorexia. Anorexia is loss of appetite. APPETITE. Appetite म्हणजे भूक न लागणे. Anorexia, headache, rash on abdomen, dysentery. Okay, dysentery for common man, dysentery and diarrhea is the same. Fever up to 104 degree Fahrenheit. 104 ताप असं म्हणतात. Okay, so typhoid, The pathogen is Salmonella typhi. Mode of infection, contaminated food and water. Symptoms, anorexia, headache, rash on abdomen, dysentery, fever up to 104 degree Fahrenheit. Prevention and treatment, drinking cleaning water, vaccination, proper disposal of sewage. Okay, so for typhoid you have vaccines. What are vaccines? Injections which are given when we were small, when we were children. Okay, vaccines could be given to bigger persons also. So this is what is the chart about. From this, the question could be the pathogen. You have to mark the pathogen causing the disease and prevention and treatment. This could be asked. Have you understood all the terms? If you haven't understood any term, you may ask. Okay, now the next is complete the table. Prepare similar table of information about various diseases like enteritis, malaria, plague and AIDS. This I will be giving you in notes. You may copy it in your notebook. Next is observe and discuss. They have given a diagram, figure 2.4. In your schools, in your papers, they give the diagram and ask the same questions what are given there. The first question is, where do you see the waterlogged materials shown in the picture? Waterlogged means where the water remains collected. Okay, you may see flower pots. Okay, flower pots, used tins and bottles. It is towards the right. From flower pots I have started. You may write to clockwise. Okay, flower pots, used tins and bottles, garbage cans, used tires, water containers, crevices in walls. Crevices means the wall is broken. Okay, so the space in between, that is said to be crevices in walls. That is the answer for the first question. Next is, which hazards do you anticipate with the help of picture? What can you tell about the picture? Okay, what can you predict about the picture? Rapid increase in mosquitoes. If there are such conditions around you, then there will be rapid increase in mosquitoes. Rapid means fast. Spread of malaria, dengue, etc. So these are diseases which are spread through mosquitoes. So if there is increase in mosquitoes, then such diseases could spread. You may write these answers in the textbook itself. Okay, now the homework for today is to define health, disease. Okay, right, define health, disease and infectious diseases. Define health, disease and infectious diseases. Second, you have to draw the chart of types of diseases and the spread of diseases. This chart and the other chart in the textbook, that is on page number 6, that you have to write. Okay, before that, before finishing, on page number 6 there is a can you tell part. The first question is, how do the following diseases spread? Okay, how do the following diseases spread? The answer you may write in your notebook. Hepatitis, it is by contaminated food and water or through blood. Okay, contaminated food and water or through blood. How will you write? You may write the question. Below that you may write hepatitis, put a dash and write contaminated food and water, comma, blood. Next is malaria. Malaria is spread by mosquitoes. Scabies. Scabies is a disease on which there is itching on the complete part of the body, complete body, and there is itching and there are rashes. Okay, it is spread through physical contact. Okay, you have to write scabies dash physical contact. TB, that is tuberculosis, it is through physical contact or air droplets. Dengue, it is spread by mosquito. Dysentery is contaminated food and water. Ringworm, it is physical contact. Swine flu, it is contaminated by air. Okay, it is contaminated air. It is spread through air. Okay, so I repeat about hepatitis. It is by contaminated food and water or by blood. If you are not getting whatever I am telling, you may see this chart. I have written the examples in the chart itself. Okay, so hepatitis, it is by contaminated food and water and blood or body fluids. Okay, now the next is malaria, mosquitoes, scabies, physical contact, TB, air droplet or physical contact, dengue, mosquito, dysentery, contaminated food and water, ringworm, physical contact, swine flu, it is by contaminated air. Okay, this much you may write in your notebook. Now the next question is, what do you mean by pathogen? What are pathogens? Disease causing organisms are called as pathogens. Disease causing organisms are called as pathogens. What do we mean by infectious diseases? Infectious diseases, the answer is there on page number 7. The definition of infectious diseases. Okay, so I will be giving these answers about can you tell, page number 6 in the notes also, but still you may write and keep. Okay, so have you understood the first part? Okay, so you may write everything in your notebook, and whatever the part of can you tell, can you recall, that you may write in your textbook itself. Okay, if you are having any doubt, you may ask. Thank you.